Okay, put that over there. Put this over. Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
Welcome back, everybody. For some reason, Twitch today is not wanting to let Aggie work. So, no Twitch today, but YouTube, yes. So, we're going to be doing that. Let's get everything set up here. Isn't this a tad early? No, it's 13 minutes late. Manolo, welcome in. Howdy, howdy, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's viewer suggestion. We got the lists from Monday. There's a new video out. A whole bunch of stuff going on. We're gonna start off with a rugby draw, and then we'll start drawing people's suggestions. So, the Odd Fire Cat, welcome in. Hello, hello. Let's get some things a-going. Oof, I'm tired. Halloween, yo. Hope everybody had a fun, safe Halloween. I hope people are awake. I realize it's a Wednesday, so like I doubt there are many people out partying, but still gotta stay up a little bit later than normal. An ancient Roman legionnaire. Put it on the list. Mariah's jail grows weaker? Is that for the... What? Mauritius? Did I say Mariah? No, it did say Mariah's. Uh-oh.
Is it because of her new Christmas album or something? Mariah Carey?
Yeah, I don't get that joke. The Odd Fire Cat, please explain. It is All Saints Day, today and tomorrow. Possibly all week? I'm not really sure how that works, but the Day of the Dead. No, I'm sorry. Today is All Saints Day. This week is Day of the Dead-ish, I believe. Somewhere along that way. Still technically spooky time, which is great. In Britain, we have a daylight saving, so our clocks were set back an hour a few days ago. Ah, yeah, ours is next week when we do that. Which I don't think we need to do, but... I like how we have this thing where people are like, it should stay 1 hour ahead. People are like, it should stay 1 hour behind. Let's just put it 30 minutes and leave it. Like, I don't understand it. Then that way, parts of the year will be a little darker, parts will be a little brighter. Everything's fine. Mariah, the one who must not be named. Oh, well. Oh, the Christmas singer. I understand. Okay. The Odd Fire Cat, that's a good goof 'em up. I'm sorry that my Christmas music brain is not functioning. That's a good one.
Look, she's not a lich yet.
Oh, debatable. Debatable. Her and Taylor Swift basically just get to live forever. Like, once you get enough people just like oozing attention at you, I think that's it. That's how lichdom works.
I thought you had to kill a certain number of people, create a magic phylactery, and drink poison.
I mean, that's not what American Gods says, so...
Oh, well.
I think that's a contemporary phylactery creation, so... Who knows?
Yeah, I was going off of a How to Become a Lich YouTube video I watched like 2 years ago on a channel that I will never
that does sound
frequent
right.
again.
That does sound right, but...
Christmas is her phylactery.
Oliver, I don't drink, so yeah. I have never had. Actually, I might have had absinthe before. It wasn't good enough that I really remembered if I've had it and or care to have more of it. So, one of the spookiest drinks.
It's
Frog in a blender is pretty good. That's pretty spooky. It looks like you took a frog and you blended it up. It's pretty gross.
I don't think absinthe is particularly spooky. I think it's got a fraught history.
Corvus and I were talking about this the other day. Well, apparently there's a like a lot of the mythos behind it is just anti-propaganda or propaganda to try to get people not to drink it.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
I think it's very funny for something that was originally made as cough medicine.
Green or
Absinthe.
red? It's both. Yeah, it's both. It's frog in the blender, green. Yeah. So what you do is, God, what do you take? I might have to look it up, but it's something green and something red, and then Bailey's poured into the shot, so that it's all just like it's just red and green and blah. It looks super gross, but it tastes pretty good. It's one of those drinks that like you don't buy it because it tastes good. You buy it because it looks funny and has a funny name.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very college town shot.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But the red and green talk, which, by the way, it's too early for it unless we're talking about the TV show Red Green, by the way. The red and green talk reminds me. Last night I watched a video of a guy making a Christmas garnet D20.
Nice. It's too early for that. To go
I know.
with your theme. Wongo Omni Fluncus Moritate.
It's very pretty though, and it's like it was really cool because like the I guess the reason it's called a Christmas garnet is because depending on how depending on how light is catching it and how it reflects the light, it's either like a muddy red color or a muddy green color.
Interesting.
I don't think it's a particularly pretty gemstone, but it's cool because of it's like red green, almost iridescence.
Vodka, cranberry juice, and lime. Yeah, there you go. That would do it. I forgot about red green. Red green is a staple of my childhood.
Absolutely. Best adage ever. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Yep, that's the adage I live by. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. I'm trying to remember what their Latin thing stands for. I remember what it is. It's Wongo Omni Fluncus Moritate, but I can't remember what that stands for. It's like... I'm just gonna look it up. But... when all else fails, play dead.
Oh, that's perfect because
it's Possum Lodge. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do one more rugby before we start up today.
Sounds good.
This is definitely a need for warm-up days. I might just move this over. It is also November now, so we're doing... I didn't update that. We're no longer doing the Octobear. I had a good one this morning. I can't remember what it was.
Yesterday we discussed the idea of a No Shave November.
Oh, that's right, beards.
Oops, all beards.
Super chats. Well, I'll add a beard to whatever I'm drawing.
Start with rugby.
I mean, yeah, we'll give rugby a beard here. Oops, double rugby. Maybe you were told wrong. Minority Baileys and grenadine? That sounds right, too. I think the one... I'm trying to remember what the green was. I want to say it was like green apple. Green apple liqueur or something. Because the one I had was like vibrant green, and it might have been cranberry juice or grenadine. Like both of those would be acceptable, I think, for the functionality of it. And then Bailey's, yeah. So I bet it's just it's literally it's for the look. It probably doesn't matter what you actually put in it.
Yeah. If the red and green stay separated out in the shot, I would bet it would be grenadine because it's a syrup. It has a higher specific weight.
That's a good point. So the cranberry juice would just mix.
Yeah. Gosh, I am moving really slow today. I have no idea what I'm going to do, even for my warm-up. Quick, somebody in chat, give me a cool species of moth.
Oh.
Preferably not mainstream cool.
There's a bat that looks like a moth. I think that's pretty neat.
My Google search for that brought up the ultrasonic war between bats and moths.
They hate each other.
Under the Institute for Creation Research.
Oh no. That sounds like a Bible study group.
Yeah, it does. It's worrisome. I'm not going to click on that one.
And then Jesus said, all moths must destroy the bats, for they were the dark touched. And the moths fight for the light.
That sounded surprisingly like the voice of Brother Maynard from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
You know, that's probably kicking around in my head somewhere. Good old Beardby. Midori. Okay, that sounds right. That's a thing I know.
Isn't that the main character from My Hero Academia?
Yeah, I guess it is. Is his mother an alcoholic?
Canon.
I think it's named after the things that it's made out of. So he's probably named after, like, a lime or something. Green in Japanese. That could be why.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is Midori green? I thought it was, like, pinkish colored. Nah, I'm probably mixing it up.
Well, I don't know. Look it up. It's spelled different.
Oh, I guess it is green.
That's a bad costume, then. If your name is green and your character's just like, I'm a green bunny man. It's like, okay.
Midori was very lazy in his costume design.
Then again, if your name is like Violet or something, you probably wear a lot of purple. Or you hate it. Those are also options. You could just totally hate it, so.
It's possible.
Which one of you is Rook? I am?
Yep. I am the bluest druid. Also known as the Peanut Gallery.
Who wants to know? You a cop? You got to tell me if you're a cop.
Or if you're a lawyer, actually, I'm Rookzer0.
I think that might be a felony, so I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I would advise against impersonating other people.
Noted.
Contact my lawyer. Who's that masked man? I think a lot of I don't know that word. Mengakas? I like to give names that represent the character. I mean, there's also a lot of like Bleach was named because of his hair. Like that's canon, which I think is funny.
Yeah. His name means strawberry or something like that, though.
Yeah, Ichigo. Something. I don't remember, but like.
Kurosaki, I think.
Yeah, because that was a nickname that people gave him because he had blonde hair. Yeah, you might be right. I'm not a legal figure. I just heard you tell your voices apart at times. Interesting. What was I saying? Oh, like all of the Dragon Ball Z characters like named after fruits and foods and stuff.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. I forget about that sometimes.
Alright, but it is No Shave November, which I'm going to shave. I shaved yesterday, but rugby won't. We'll add some beards to stuff.
Midoriya means Green Valley, so he is supposed to be a bottom. Gotcha.
Does dress up like a giant bunny. Final Fantasy has taught me anything. It's about bunny boys. Okay, I think that's good. That's a pretty good warm-up. I think I'm happy now. For those of you that don't know what's going on, we are doing the viewer suggestion. If you have not suggested a character this week, you're welcome to, and I will put it to the list. We then roll some dice, let the dice gods decide what we draw, and that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we're going to do. Well, let me get the chat poll set up. I will start with a blue, and then people can suggest what kind of pen color they would like. We are also doing our super chat side quest this month is Oops All Beards. So if you throw us some super chat, I can either draw something silly with a beard, or I can add a beard to whatever we're drawing. I might not keep it, but we'll add it and it'll be funny. And that's the plan. That's the plan. So there is a new video out as well. We did the Karlak fan art devil video yesterday. I know she's not a devil. That's kind of the point. No one's called me out on it yet, so you know, whatever. But here we go. We're gonna roll some dice. Let's do it. Small owlin with big bushy eyebrows and small sticks and leaves stuck in them. Also, he's a druid. All right. That's a good one. That's a good place to start. Boom, 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 boom. How big is the list today? We have about 12. Fewer this week, but I think it's because I didn't do the regular sketch that I normally do. I posted pictures of the Patreon rewards. Because I want people to give me buddies on Patreon, because it's awesome and it helps us support the channel and I can make stickers. So those are out. So I sent out the stickers and I used that as a picture, and I think people didn't realize that was the suggestion this week. Have you drawn my Japanese witch yet? Probably not. This is the first one, so probably not.
I'll be honest, I'm not likely to help out much this week. I'm a little bit drained. Not a lot of gumption. I will try to not just draw a moth this time, though.
Just one moth all day. Hey, it happens. Elven Air, hello, hello. By the way, doing well. Thank you for asking.
Oh, this is turning into Samus Aran proportions real fast.
Margaret, what's the suggestion this week? So people put in their suggestions. So I have a list of about 12 right now from the Monday list. If you've not added one since Monday, those are the only ones I have. Otherwise, you just have to add them in chat here. And then the other suggestion we have this month is the Super Chat side quest, which is adding a beard to whatever we're drawing. Those are the two things we're doing. Also, if people want to just make me draw something with a beard, that's fine too. I'll draw like a rugby or something with a beard. Yeah, if you missed this week's suggestion community post, you're welcome to put your suggestions in chat. I'm going to ask for whether or not I drew something. If I drew it last week, it's going to be in the Discord and Draw on the Discord. The Discord and Draw tab. But if I didn't draw it last week and it was on last week's suggestion, it's gone now. So you have to resuggest it. What kind of arms do the owlins have? Are they people or are they owls? I feel like they're owls.
I think they're just like Aarakocra. Wings and arms. At least that's the way they were the last time I looked at that. Or the last time I drew one for stream.
I'll look it up. Oh, bam. They have hand claws and wings. Little tiny hand claws. I did the one thing. I mean, I love drawing owl eyes because they're huge. But I gave this guy such big eyebrows. Maybe I'll do both. He looks really stoned now. Moniker, if you're writing it on the YouTube suggestion now, I am not going to see it. You need to put it in chat. That's why I said if you didn't post it on Monday, post it in chat. Because otherwise I have to then leave what I'm doing, go find it on YouTube, copy it, and move it around. And that's disruptive. So I'm not going to look at that until Friday. wanted to express how much I admire your art. Find it truly inspiring, by the way. I was curious about the type of tablet you use in your art. You keep up fantastic work. Thank you, L. Theo. Theo? Theo. I'm using a Cintiq Pro? Yeah, I think it's just a Cintiq Pro. Pro 24, yeah. So I'm using a big boy one. Before that, I was using a very old Wacom Cintiq. The Cintiq Companion. Man, that was like 10, 15 years old now. That one was like a 11-inch, so it was like a tiny screen. The one I have now is like double in size. It's great.
Wacoms do last you a little. They are built to last, unlike most technology.
Yeah, I've been very happy with it so far. I was lucky enough to get a book deal. What, like 2 years ago? And that's basically what I spent all of my money on, was this. So definitely worth it, because I'm using it, 8 to 12 hours a day. I don't suggest people that are just getting into art buying one. It's a huge investment and a huge, like, it takes up your desk. You have to have space dedicated for it. So if you don't have that, I suggest getting a small one. You can get some really nice, like, bamboo tablets, where what I started with are like $20. Now they make a lot of really good, like, Intuoses and stuff that are really nice. And if you want, the Huions are apparently pretty good for a much lower price point, but I haven't used any of them, so I can't say how like durable they are. But they seem to be okay. Bone Devil Salesman Artificer. He wears a bow tie and sells bones. I dig it. All right. It's all on the list.
Hey, there are necromancers in the world. There's a market for that.
Yep. This is the case. This is true. Owls are great.
Owls are great.
I should make an owl.
They are surprisingly stupid.
Yeah. I don't know why people think they're so wise. Maybe because they're always asking questions. But, like, as brains go, bird brains go, owls are up there for being real dumb. They're tiny. They're tiny, tiny birds. Like, that's the thing I think maybe a lot of people don't get. It's like if you have an owl that looks like this, it's like, oh, that's a big bird. That's terrifying. And then you look at it, it's actually like...
It's tiny. There's...
Like,
all feathers.
The biggest owl in the world is like a quarter of the size of a turkey. It looks huge, but it only weighs like 3 pounds. They're tiny. Ravens are far smarter. Probably could take down the turkey, yeah. They're like 90% feet. So.
Probably why they're so dumb. They're 90% feet. The other 9% is taken up by feathers and eyes.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost nothing left for bone or brain.
They're essentially glass cannons that evolution was like, what if super stealthy and deadly? They're like, yeah, that's good. It's like, should we make them, functional? It's like, no, it's fine. Just make them quiet death monsters. If they were as smart as ravens, like, we'd be dead.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to have sheep.
Or cats.
Or cats. Yeah. They're real cute, though. They just real dumb.
I love videos of rescue owls that just like absolutely love their caregivers.
Yeah.
They very much act like cats sometimes.
People should be more concerned with the birds that impale mice and beasts on sticks and metal wire. I mean, that's a really interesting thing that those birds do. They'll like catch mice and then stab them on thorns and stuff, and cactuses, I think was where that originated from. But like there's a bunch of falcons in Idaho that will just like catch mice, fly really, really high, and just drop them. They're just like, this is how I catch food. And it's like, okay, great. So birds are not inherently dumb, but owls are. I'm sure there's some smart owls. But there's so much poof. There's so much poof, they're fun to make fun of. And they look really cool. Plus, flying through the air silently is pretty dope.
Yeah.
You think that that would be...
Their feather adaptations are very cool.
Yeah.
Like, not just like practically, they're very cool to look at under a microscope.
Imagine an owl-like dragon. How terrifying of a concept would that sucker be? Yeah, that's pretty good. I've seen a few of those, actually. Like the owl from Avatar, The Last Airbender? That was pretty good. Kind of like Eldritch Owl.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
The one who ran the library?
Mm-hmm. He's a druid, so he's got to have horns in here. The Cosmic Space Owl from Adventure Time is also interesting. Yep, that's good.
Yeah.
His design is less cool, but I like the character.
I like that he... I like/hate that he gave Finn dreams just to mess up his relationship with Flame Princess, so that he could tell Finn in the dream clearly that he fucked it up.
Very cute Alan Godbeard. This one doesn't have a beard. This is just chest poof. We could give him a beard, but it's going to cost extra. I'm a ruthless capitalist now. Yep. Well, not now. I've always been.
You're American. We have to be in order to survive.
Yep.
The only way we can afford health insurance.
I don't know if I can do a shout out for that or not. This weekend, charity stream, Twitch, not me, but we'll be posting about that later, so get ready. I'll be hanging around on Twitch with people doing a charity stream, so come hang out. Spread the word. I'll get some deets out later. Maybe on Friday. I just remembered my D&D Owl OC. Man, I gotta revisit that. Yeah, it'd be fun. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. I think we're gonna go pretty quick on these today. I think my eye is getting better. It's not...
That's good.
Yeah. It's still somewhat distracting, but we're getting better, which is happy. Happy good times. I want to make sure I add a little bit of accent to all of these, but... It does look like a beard, doesn't it? Oh well. Wispy poofs.
Nothing wrong with that.
Wispy poofs should be the name of a drink. Whiskey poofs, maybe. Maybe that's too close to boofing. Which I think is a thing. That's way beyond my time. Couldn't decide if I wanted to be a kenku, like being an Aaron? Aarakocra? Aarakocra, I think is what I'm trying to type there. Kenku version, I was going to let them say, whoo! But because they know talk. Yeah, the mimicry thing is pretty cool with the Aarakocra, or the kenku, so I like that, but there's a lot of fun things you can do with it. Whiskey flavored cotton candy. Not cotton candy flavored whiskey? Both of those sound disgusting, but I could see the allure.
Cotton candy flavor isn't a thing.
It's just sugar. Yeah.
Sugar so you're sugar flavored sugar, water, alcohol. Just,
They don't judge.
If somebody else likes it, that's fine. It's not for me. I admit I've got a pretty good sweet tooth, but I don't like really saccharine things. I need more flavors than that. I need more than just sweet. Personally.
Alright, moving on to the next one. Hey-ya! 5. I done rolled a 5. Way of the Ascended Self-Tabaxi. I put the emphasis on the wrong place there. Way of the Ascended Self-Tabaxi Monk that looks like an African jungle cat, but with a hybrid pattern of a tiger stripe. Okay, hold on. And leopard spots in a Stone Age setting.
That's a lot.
There's a lot. There's a lot here. Okay. Tiger and leopards have the same spot coloration, don't they? They're just different colors?
Yes. It's the undercoat that's slightly different. In color, because tigers are very, very orange, and leopards are more like gold and yellow, I think.
And panthers are just black leopards, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay, I think we can do that. Stone Age settings, wooden staff, small, medium dinosaur vertebrates attached to both ends. I can figure something out with that. There have been a lot of Stone Age settings. I think we've had at least one a week, which is very strange.
Are there?
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed.
You haven't been around.
Oh, I mean, I've still been watching the VODs.
Okay. Maybe I'm overreacting to it then. Oh, what's the color we're doing? We're doing purple? Alright. Tiger stripes, leopard are more circular. Yeah, it does seem to be there's a difference. I think I was confusing leopards and jaguars, is what I was thinking of. I want all the cat coloration.
I need my cat to be every cat.
Yeah. When every cat is all cats, no cats are cats.
That was a sentence.
Yeah.
That was the thing you just said.
Need a good pose here. It's a monk. So I can either do... Oh. Tigers just look good, or lions look good. Kind of bulkier.
Yeah. I think tigers are actually like the biggest in terms of size, but like male lions tend to
look poofier.
Most people tend to think that male lions are the biggest because the mane adds a lot of bulk.
Interesting. Wait, are there no tigers or leopards in Africa? Is that what just happened? Did they ask for a lion, tiger, leopard?
Maybe?
Because that sounds a lot like a mimic. A leopard? Yeah. Lipotard? I would go lipotard. I need a haircut real bad. It's just in my face. Oh, the Pathfinder 2 remastered books came out and I didn't get them. I thought I pre-ordered them, but I didn't. So I was like, dang it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, pretzel just got really quiet. There we go. Lagers are fat. What is lag? What? If these primitives requests keep up, you might have to do some Queens of the Stone Age playing for music. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. This is gonna be like Tony the Tiger. Furry art here, if I'm not careful.
Good, lean into it. Your audience will get bigger.
More Tony the Tiger thirst traps. I'm not a proud man. And
I gotta figure out these arms fast.
would it be helpful if I posted the references I'm using? Is that something people want to see?
That's a good question.
Would I get yelled at for using references on the internet?
Probably.
I don't know the legality behind that. Because, like, I should be allowed to use reference. That's not something that's, like, copywritten. But if I post my references, is that copyright protected? Maybe. So maybe I won't do that. I've had a few people message me about the difference between demons and devils, and for the most part, I think it's still kind of bullshit. Like, there's definitely like the lawful chaotic thing is pretty much the only like standard thing with it. But then like demons apparently have more, are the things that are usually look more weird. But there are definite exceptions on both sides for like devils always being a little more humanoid. It's like, I don't know. There's some pretty weird stuff out there. Do you dare draw D&D Tony the tiger or not? The choice is difficult. Yeah. Male lion, female tiger, make a liger. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's true. I think it is.
It is.
It is? Okay.
But it doesn't have spells and magic and shit.
That's fair.
Like
a Rakshasa. Rakshasa.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like Napoleon Dynamite said.
Ah.
But that's probably too old of a poll.
I mean, as an Idaho kid, that movie is 100% accurate. I'll just put it that way. Which made me hate it. It's like, I don't need to see this on TV. I know my life is weird.
I absolutely hated that movie.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, it wasn't my life, but it did hit way too close to home. I did not care for that, so...
The scene where the school bus pulls up and you see the farmer shoot the cow.
Yeah.
I was watching that, and my mom was like, oh, that happened to me as a kid. I was like, oh, great. Great.
That's like, there are a few scenes that I think are just hilarious. That is one of them. Movie as a whole I don't like, but there are moments that really made me laugh, and that was one of them. But Grandma valuing the llama more than her grandkids was not...
Eat your food, Tina! It's too real. This is too real.
Tina, you fat lard. Get your dinner. Fat lard was actually a colloquialism.
Colloquialism?
Yeah, colloquialism. Yeah, it was an insult that I grew up around.
Do succubus and incubi straddle the line between devils and demons? Tell me about that. Why is Mothman on the screen and why is he ripped? Mothman are always ripped.
Both. The answer to both is actually because Druid is drawing.
Yep. To my understanding, demons and devils, demons are different, so that's another thing that is adding to confusions. As long as small imp, semi-non-intelligent humanoid-esque thing, devils can look monstrous, but present themselves more regal and more human-looking, sexy. Yeah, I don't know. All of these things sound reasonable.
The only thing I know for sure is that Incubus is a pretty badass band.
One of my music stations is like, apparently there's a band covering, like they redid the entire album of which one was it? The popular one, the popular Incubus album.
The only one that everybody knows.
Yeah, the one with Drive on it. But they just redid the whole album, and I'm like, that's a little weird. And one of my radio stations is just trying to make me listen to it. It's like, all right, it's not bad, but it's a little weird.
I'll admit, I haven't cared to listen to Incubus since high school. But they are popular enough that I actually know them, so that's something.
Demon is a different thing. I thought it was a different way to spell it. Nope. Demons, daemons, devils, and there was one more.
Does it also start with D?
It might have.
I don't actually know.
Or maybe it said the daemons were like a higher order of demons or devils. Oh, fiends. Fiends was the other part of it.
Fiends.
Yeah, fiend is like
I thought fiends was the general term.
It's the general term for, yeah. Correct.
For all the denizens of the hell planes.
I can't find it now. Archdevils? Could be archdevils. Yeah, fiends.
Daedric princes. I honestly don't play with the denizens of the hells often enough for the esoterica of them to any of these groups to matter that much.
Yeah, same. I'm more of the undead fae shenanigans.
Yeah. Same. Fae especially.
Does the astral monk, self monk... That's the one with the psychic attacks, right?
I think so.
Got a bladed die bow here.
We used Rakshasa. I have not ever
I
used
have,
Rakshasa.
yeah. They're just too weird. I'm more of an arcadey gamer, so I've never used the nuance of all the shenanigans behind the Rakshasa because they're a little culturally loaded.
Yep.
And so they don't really fit into just like, and 5 Rakshasa attack you. So I just haven't used them like that. They're really cool.
Yeah. I like them a lot.
Yeah. And I think Matthew Mercer used them pretty successfully.
Agreed. That reveal, stabbing Vax in the gut, that
was pretty good.
That was great.
If you want to do that, make sure that you as a DM are rolling secret checks. Because otherwise that can feel pretty shitty.
Yeah.
And I think Liam likes neat shenanigans and making his character suffer, so I think it worked out. But I could definitely see a player getting really mad if, like, oh, the person you trust, yeah, they stab you. It's like, wait, what? I didn't get to, like, save or anything? Tell if it was them? It's like, no.
Well, you did, but I rolled it for you.
And I think that's the better step than just not doing a roll at all.
Yeah.
Which, that was really good.
Yeah. I still prefer to give my players the dice rolls whenever possible. So if I need to roll a secret check, I will just be like, just roll a d20 for me. Don't add anything to it. Just roll a d20 and tell me. And like, that's also fun because oftentimes I guess I don't honestly do it often enough anymore. But I ran a game once where I did a fair number of secret checks, and my players like got super freaked out at first, and then like after a couple of games of me kind of explaining some pretty innocuous shit that was happening behind the scenes, they relaxed a little bit, and then I got to have fun with some more interesting stuff.
Gotcha. I will also, I'm going to go ahead and do it now. I'm going to go ahead and add on, I think I'm ready to do more push-ups again. So we will add the Beef November. I can't remember what I was going to do for that.
Hell yeah.
So if we get super chats, I'll also do push-ups per $1 of super chats. Which I'm going to start off really slow, but we'll see how it plays out. I used to do that all the time, and that'll count for subscribers or subscriptions and stuff like that as well. Beef and Beard November. I like it. I like it.
Men's health awareness. Woo.
Don't let testicle torsion happen to you. Okay. I thought that would elicit more jokes, but...
It's a little close to home today. My fibromyalgia is acting up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I woke up this morning feeling like I had been stabbed in the back and drop-kicked in the nads.
Okay, fair enough.
Under normal circumstances, you would be right. So, anyway.
I had to go to a specialist for kidney stones a while back, and his big thing was like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "Good," and he's like, "Okay, you're probably fine then." I was like, "What?" He's just like, "Yeah, that's it. We'll do some blood work on you, and that's all I got. If anything feels like it's going to explode, give me a call." It's like, "Oh, all right." So, medical science is weird.
Yeah, it is. Also, I'm really glad to live in an era when it is as advanced as it is.
Yeah. Burning, hello, hello.
Hey, Bernie. Don't worry about it. It's... Autumn always destroys me, right? Autumn is the least wonderful time of the year for me.
What the hell?
Hmm?
I just realized in the Discord, it pinged twice that we're streaming today. So I don't know if YouTube crapped out or what. Whatever. Sorry, I just got a Discord notification that we're streaming. It's like, yes we are.
Is technically true. It was also true 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
I really think that that October drawing challenge really helped me with my hands.
Nice. That's good. I've said it before, but I think it's worth reiterating. Like, practice is only good if you're practicing. Like, if you're actively trying to learn something.
Yeah, yeah.
And so sometimes you just have to draw just to get in the habit of drawing, so that when you do want to learn something, you're not fighting to just get in the habit of doing it. So doing those kind of things where you just draw consistently won't necessarily make you better until you start like focusing on things. So it's always good to practice. It's always good to practice, but it's good to like really fine tune on those things sometimes. So good. I'm glad that worked out for you.
Thanks. I am too. I wish I'd gotten a little bit more done, but
yeah, I won't worry about that.
Yeah, it is what it is. I do actually think I'd gotten quite a few more drawings done this year than I did last year.
That's good. I don't know if this got answered by Elvin. At least not in 5e, tieflings can absolutely be the lineage of Rashaka. Oh, did I miss that? Rashakas? Rashaka. I can't talk today. Rakshasa. There we go. Fiend fair outside, really. Oh, I'd like to see them added as a subrace to tieflings, where they were children of Rakshasa. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work.
I'm pretty sure I saw it in 2E. Because in 2nd edition Pathfinder, they actually have more than just one kind of Rakshasa.
This was supposed to be like a cave. What would you call that? Caveman times character? What's the real term? Paleolithic?
Yeah.
I don't know how to draw that necessarily. I feel like them being a monk supersedes that.
Yeah. Especially because like monk really is a it's a Far East martial arts type of thing. So I'm
Stone
not
Age.
really sure that would exist.
Yeah, prehistoric works. I like that. Prehistoric works. I suppose like mechanically it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue like you can't be this class because it doesn't make sense for the time period. I think that's totally fine. But like aesthetically wise, I'm struggling with thinking like what would a prehistoric monk look like?
Yeah.
It's like, do cloth exist? Do robes exist, or is it just like leather straps? Ugh, sorry, yawning.
Let them be naked.
I think I'm gonna call this one good.
I thought I was about done, and then I zoomed out and was like, oh yeah, I haven't done the upper nor the legs.
How you doing, Bernie? Hope you're doing well. It's 12 o'clock. I've been trying to not snack because I'm getting chunky. Partially because I've had so many people come into town that I've just been eating bad, but I've also been eating lots of Halloween candy and like a big bag of pistachios. So I haven't been snacking, but it's making me hungry. So I'm gonna go grab my lunch real quick. Give me 1 second, and then we'll draw the next one because I think I'm done with this one. Rakshasa. Today I have a rice bowl made of fried chickpeas and pickled onions with avocado.
That sounds tasty.
It's pretty good. I did suggest Newcomer yesterday. Yeah, YouTube would not be happy about that.
Nope.
Boob Timber might be pushing it.
Yeah. I appreciate these suggestions.
Alright. Blue! I think YouTube's very picky about words. That's true. I tried to respond and I got one word that may have made it mad. Uh-oh. I just realized that my picture of Karlak is covering up your moth.
That's okay.
I'll just shrink her.
She's hotter than the moth.
Rolling dice. 5 again. Weird. Bonjour. Last day of orcs. Well, we missed it. We missed October, but that's fine. Big burly orc, bear barbarian dude, bear hide clothing, bear claws weapons. Okay. So essentially it's just Rexar. I guess he's a half orc, but half orc, half ogre. Alright, we're doing blues. Blue, blue, blue. Make a new poll. Beardtober might not work, because now I can't draw beards on anything. I have to wait.
I don't think you have to be that exclusive about it.
What if I just made orcs my own way? Would that be bad? Would people be upset?
I would not be upset.
Let's try something out. Nope, I hate it. Don't big mouth, small mouth, big nose, little nose. That's the question. What kind of head shape am I going for here? That might be a little more troll-like than an orc-like, but... I usually like tiny nose. Maybe I want maybe like a broad forehead. That feels more like giant. Move Ember. We could do Movember.
Movember's pretty good.
Yeah. Anytime somebody does a super chat, I draw a tiny cow.
Or a minotaur.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Let's try that. Oops, all beers was pretty funny though. Happy meeting Moo to everyone. Okay. Orc. Alright, I like where this is going. Bears are terrifying. Like, they're big. They get real big.
Yep. They also act terrifyingly stupid sometimes.
How so?
I watched a video. I think it was 2 days ago of a bear. Like, it was one of those goofy animal voiceover things, right?
Okay.
So it was a grizzly bear. It was a big. No. It was definitely a brown bear, not a black bear. It was definitely in the.
You're stuck in the semantics. Keep going.
Okay, sorry. Yep. Thank you. Bear pulled like what looked like a can of, or like a plastic barrel of food from somebody's, like root cellar under their house.
Okay.
And was like walking through their backyard, like with it. And lady who's taking the video like yells out the window, "Hey!" at the bear, and it just like freaks out and in just the dumbest way possible and tries to jump the fence, like jumps up on her wooden fence, and like tries to do a pull-up to get over the top, and ends up just like kicking through an entire section of the fence.
There's no tea in November. We'll have to wait for December then. There's no tea in that either. November. There we go. Thank you, Alvin. But they have the cute little ears. The better to hear you scream when they crush you to death. This guy's not going to be beefy if I cover him in bear fur. I like this. I like this orc. This is a good orc vision. Just big teeth. I'm not exactly sure how the front lip will work here, but I'll make it happen. Pew! There is something wrong with this. Hold on a second. The Aggie is like way zoomed in. There we go. Lock it.
Alright, I'm ready for my first run.
Only D12. Human librarian who is working for mysterious benefactors to research magical artifacts. I was given this one specifically, so maybe I should do that one. I think when I talked to the person, it was a warlock, basically a human warlock librarian.
Okay. You want me to roll again then?
It's up to you. If you want to do that, you can. If not, I'll do that one next.
If somebody wanted you to do it specifically, I'll leave it for you.
No, I mean, someone gave that to me like off stream to add to the list, so I talked to them about it a little bit because I was like, "That's not a class. Pick a class." I am a librarian. So I think we agreed on warlock would work for that.
Librarian, warlock.
Pact of the Tome.
Human librarian. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Ooh, What if the top? What if this is bone? That would be cool. Why do many librarians become warlocks or wizards? This is just propaganda to make us really read more books. I mean, maybe. If you're a librarian, you don't go out very much, so
yeah,
the chances of you bumping into an evil book are higher than most people, and the chances of you running into, like, I don't know, literally anything else is lower because you're just in a library all the time.
I think it really is just because those two classes specifically are more likely to be getting what they want out of the library.
I just want funding.
I mean, in terms of knowledge and skill.
Yeah, I would say librarians should be wizards, warlocks, or maybe artificer. Yeah, like a technical. Patent clerk.
Monks and fighters should probably, like, have a dojo.
I'm really kind of sad that, like, there's not a monk class of, like, a friar or what's the other term? Like a brewer, a brewer monk.
Yeah, a Western style monk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friar Chuck could throw down.
Yeah. Also, we're likely to use bow staffs and whips.
Cudgels. Yeah, I guess they are more clerics. That's fair. Knowledge domain cleric. That would be good. That would work too. Just a club for introverts. Drunken master could be flavored as such. That's true. I guess a cleric does kind of fit the friar thing. You could do a pretty good cleric that way.
Doing a Catholic monk, you gotta give him a cat of nine tails for their self-flagellation.
Yep. Repent. Types of clerics that I think don't exist that should are like the self-flagellating clerics, or like the sin eaters. I think sin eaters would be a fun class, which that might fit more into like witch doctor-y stuff, but I dig it. Cleric monk multi-class seems mad as all out. Yeah. I think you just described a cleric minus the armor, similar to like a wild priest. Yeah, I like the old priest concept. Just like you still have a mace, but like it's not your main focus of use. You might have a shield that's more of like an offering blade or something.
The only problem I see with 5e trying to introduce a divine-based caster, full caster, is we already have that in clerics. They just also have some limited martial abilities. Yeah, like 5e kind of killed that, which is why they don't have the oracle either, which really was the way that used to work a little better. The oracle is essentially sorcerer clerics, but like, clerics are essentially sorcerers anyways, so it doesn't matter in 5e. So things got a little too blended there, and it kind of took away some of the alternate flavors. Same thing with the the war priest, which I think was really cool. Which is kind of the opposite, which essentially just is a paladin, the way 5e works. But yeah, there's some fun stuff there. Poof, poofy bear clothes. Monk is Dex Wiz based and Cleric is Wiz based. Not really mad at all. Yeah, it works pretty well. In Pathfinder, clerics needed Wisdom and Charisma, if they wanted to be really spellcastery. So it made a little more sense for them to either choose, do you put a lot of points into Charisma so that you can use your channel energy more, or do you put more points into like Constitution and Strength so you can actually be a melee? But there's no limitations like that in 5e, so yeah, you might as well multi-class and just own everything.
Cleric is not the only class that has that problem, though.
No, yeah, I mean that's the same thing with like Warlock. Monk is kind of the same thing because people are like, oh, I need Dex and Wisdom and Constitution, and it's like, yeah, like monks are OP as balls if you roll high stats. Like that's the problem. They scale really well in all aspects for not a lot. Rogues kind of had that problem as well in earlier editions in Pathfinder. Because like you give them just Dex and that's it. That's all they need and they just dominate. So I like that the characters, basically every character I think needs 3 stats. Which one should be charisma, or not charisma, Constitution. But at the same time, like your wizard probably doesn't need Constitution. So I really think Wisdom and Charisma, like you should really need all 3 of those as a spellcaster.
I tend to agree.
When did this song come out? I have to look this up. Hold on. Oh, a month ago. Gunship is great. I really like their stuff. Grapple is too strong in 5e, so they had to nerf Stir. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Dexterity just retained too much of its potency. With how much they made finesse so accessible that it doesn't make sense to have strength anymore, which is sad. Because it kind of makes throwing weapons meh again. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff with it. Damage just needs to be based on strength. Except in very, very unique situations. They even got rid of... Strength used to give you strength and a half to two-handed weapons. I think that was really smart. But then they just switched it to like the versatile damage feat. And it's like, okay, that's functional. Like, I think that's... But it doesn't scale as well as it used to. Because going from a D6 to a D8 with a versatile weapon versus going from like having 18 strength to like 20 strength. Yeah, that only gives you an extra point of damage, so it might be comparable. Unless you start going up above 22 and 20 beyond, which you do in Pathfinder, but not in D&D. So... I'm really tired today. It's only 12:46. Weird. I guess I spent a lot of time yesterday getting things ready for the video. I gotta catch up. I had a great moment yesterday. No one was trick-or-treating. We only got a handful of trick-or-treaters. But the first ones that showed up, I opened the door and then nobody said anything. I'm like, am I supposed to say trick-or-treat? And I was like, hello. It was really, really awkward and funny. And then finally someone in the back yelled, trick or treat! And the kids were like, oh, yeah. It's like, all right, good job. Candy.
There's a social contract.
Yeah.
You want free candy, you gotta make a spectacle of yourself.
I think Octobears said that last night. It's like, you say trick or treat, or I trick you. That's how this works.
Why am I making myself do this much perspective?
Can't decide if I want to keep going on this one or not.
I feel like it's a pretty good orc. Maybe I'll give him braids on the inside. Nope.
Nope, 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 nope.
I think we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next one. I didn't do accents for this one or the last one. I totally forgot. Oh well. You know what? I said I was gonna try to add little bits of accents to each of these drawings. Color accents. And I just totally spaced it. Whoops! That's the wrong color blue. That worked. Okay. Rolling some dice. Ancient Roman legionnaire armed with traditional belt. Slingshot. Scan mail. Okay.
What color are we doing here? Purple? Purple.
Clearly, I hate myself.
Why?
Because I decided to draw this person holding a pen from a difficult angle with no reference.
Get reference.
Should have. Although I think that this has kind of worked out without it. It was not easy, but it's passable.
What decided the direction of the Roman helmets? Like the mohawk, whether being forward or sideways.
Oh, I have no idea, actually.
Not sure which way means that, though. Denoting rank? Okay. That makes sense. Roman armor is great. This is very tight knit.
Well, there is a reason why Rome's legionnaires were so formidable. That definitely was part of it. Rome knew how to spend on its military.
Yeah. What was the best armor to draw for you? What do you mean for me? Like, what's the one I like drawing the most? Which one I like to wear the most? Ooh, hold on, I got a doorbell? 1 second. Okay, there we go. Uber Eat wants their suggestion for art stream. I want to know what kind of armor Rook wears. Kind of keeps me alive. Man, I am struggling with this. Hold on a second. Sure. Maybe we'll go a little blurrier. Or not at all. Cool, 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 cool. There we go. What is both easiest and most enjoyable to draw? Plate mail is pretty fun. I usually go a little more like weirdly sci-fi with it. Chainmail and scale mail are a pain in the ass because they have a lot of little pieces. Leather, I would say, is probably the most annoying just because it's so vague.
Yeah. Although if it's a leather cat suit, that makes it much easier.
Yeah.
Because basically you just do the superhero thing.
That's true.
Which is
Batman is essentially wearing
draw the naked, leave off the nipples. Give it color that shows it's not skin.
These are the things we've learned from dang it. Stanley no, that's not right. What's his name?
Stanley.
Not Stanley, the other guy.
Oh.
The artist. Stanley did a lot of writing, but
yeah.
Ditko? Is that right?
I don't know. I was never.
Hold on. That's not right. I think he's a football player. Yeah, Steve Ditko. There we go.
Stanley Ditka's a football player. That's where I got confused.
What is happening here? My internet is pooping out. The design I had for a long time for my character's armor was chainmail. But then when I went to make my own chainmail, it was a pain in the ass. So I only got like one sleeve done before I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but chainmail's pretty sweet.
Experience. Ghost of library books and shelves behind this was probably good enough, right?
I mean, that's way more than I would have done.
Yeah, but I'm a painter.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's all crooked too. There we go. The wonder of layers. There we go.
Chainmail is expensive if pre-made, but you're paying for the effort as well as the materials. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
just like, it's not difficult, it's just tedious.
Yeah. And that's what's expensive.
Yep.
Tedium is expensive. I always have these moments when I'm like trying to figure something out and I'm struggling with it, and then I get like, I look at reference and it's like, okay, and then all of a sudden everything clicks together and it's like, why did I suck so bad 5 seconds ago?
Yep.
I'm very happy with this now. I saw someone use coins for chainmail and thought it was both really cool and literally a waste of money. I mean, yeah, how much does a one link cost versus drilling out a penny, right?
Yep. Ugh. Drilling out a penny. I just had galvanized wire that I'd wrapped around
A mandrel?
dowel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did too.
And then cut that down into rings. And that was tedious enough.
Yep.
Not even if I'd had access to a drill press would I have been drilling out coins to make.
Scale mail is not flexible enough for me, so I don't think I would like to wear scale mail, but it's more flexible than plate mail, so I don't know. I have worn a chainmail shirt and I've worn like a flak jacket. Those are the two things that I've ever worn. So, who knows?
Alright. I think I'm done.
Okay. Looks good.
More of a scene than a character, but that's okay.
Nothing wrong with that. What is happening? I don't remember what this character was supposed to have as a weapon. Oh, a sling. Slings are interesting. Like, I would love to see how accurate they can be. 'Cause the only thing I ever see on the internet is like, look how far I can throw this rock. It's like, yeah, that's great, but like, is it accurate?
Yeah.
How accurate can you be with those?
I literally watched a short earlier this afternoon of a guy using a sling to break the sound barrier.
Yeah. Trebuchets.
Yeah, and the chat was like, David brought or Goliath brought a knife to a gunfight. It was a 50 caliber bullet right there, and I was just like, yeah, but the guy threw the rock at a mountain and had 0 accuracy. I've never seen anybody who could throw a rock using a sling super accurately.
I'd love to see it.
I would too. Seen somebody who could hit a they could hit a target, not like a bullseye, but they could hit a target at I think it was about 10 meters.
Yeah, I don't remember the distance. I remember seeing people hit like watermelons off of fences, which is like that's cool. Like, I don't think I could do that with a sling, but like I don't know. That's not super accurate.
Yeah, no, it's not. Although if you are hitting somebody in the head, which is, I mean, depending on the size of your watermelon.
Yeah, that's fair. That is successful, right? Like, that is.
Yeah. That works. Okay, I'm ready to roll again.
Hit me with D10.
7 again.
Whoops! I forgot to delete the other one. I'm like, that's the same one. Male, half demon, half lizard folk, beast barbarian. Udar, the bane of spiders. Sounds like a dragonborn. I feel like I did that last week, but maybe not.
It does sound like a dragonborn. Half demon lizard folk.
Yeah.
The demons are the ones that are more like monstrous?
Yeah. Demons can be all kinds of stuff, but I think the good way was to explain to me on the chat was more animalistic, more chaotic, just more instinct than thought. Just gotta spin it up and let it loose. I think I'm about done with this guy. I'm about to play bitch. Played your demo. Ugh. It's a nice, slow, quiet day. Gotcha. Okay. Yep. I don't know what to call that one. I don't know what to do with him. Let's give him some eyes. Now he's not dead legionnaire. Fear my righteous sling. Probably could have done something a little more. Maybe the belt should come over the top of the cloth. I don't like it. Back to how it was. Okay. We're gonna roll again. What we got? Adam, look him in. What? 5. Elk Damphir, Soul Knife Rogue, who uses razor wire for his blade from his gloves. An elk vampire? Okay. Uses razor wired as his blade. Interesting. I don't know how to take this. Might be hard to be a rogue if you have those giant antlers. But maybe not. How the hell would an elk vampire work? Yeah, I don't know. It's a strange one.
It reminds me of a very old, very stupid meme.
Is that the Minotaur?
Zombie caribou. Well, no.
Okay.
Zombie caribou wants grains.
Okay. I've not heard that one. Wait, so the soul knife is the rogue that has psychic attacks. Does the astral self monk make clones of itself, or just psychic punches? There is a species of deer with tusks. That is true. Maybe that's what they want. I just want, like... meow. Vampire deer.
Maybe it's like Bunnicula. Just drinks vegetable juice.
Was Bunnicula actually a vampire, or was it just the people being stupid? I mean, the other animals. Why couldn't the bunny talk? That's the real question.
I don't know. I don't know.
There was a picture of a deer, but they swapped out wolf for big cat teeth, and it was creepy. That sounds pretty good. These are the questions of our time. Why couldn't Bunnicula talk? Plus extra arms on the Astromonk. Okay.
I'm not sure if Bunnicula was actually a vampire, but the vet, I think in the books, I remember the vet specifically stating that he had a nutritional deficiency and suggested that they feed him supplementary vegetable juice.
Okay.
But I do believe he did actually suck all of the water out of a stalk of celery from the garden or something.
That sounds right. I vaguely remember somebody trying to crush it with an actual steak, like a meat steak. I think that was the funniest part of that book.
Well.
That's all I remember from that book.
Kids' books are weird. I also remember the cat trying to drown it with the water dish.
Poor bunny. That's just literally summons a part of its astral self-double tactics. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Which makes me think it's closer to like the trickery domain, but I don't think it is. How about a dragon turtleborn? Like dragon turtle version of Dragonborn? Yeah. You wanted that as a suggestion this week? We can do that. Uses wisdom instead of strength for checks. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. But once again, what if I don't need strength? They really nerfed the hell out of strength in 5e.
Yep.
Yeah, Dragon Turtle. Dragon Turtle's great. Using a wire from the glove makes me think this is like a net runner. Cyberpunk, but also an elk. Okay, leather armor.
Oh yeah, crap. I've forgotten everything about this prompt except for the half-demon lizard folk.
Half-demon lizard folk. Beast barbarian.
Beast barbarian. Okay.
The bane of spiders, whatever that means. Cyberpunk but elf. Yeah, Shadowrun. Okay. If it's an elk rogue, they could just pretend to be an elk. Sure, it would look ridiculous. Yeah, just standing around. Standing around like, why is that elk here? Garrote wire. Does garrote wire do slashing damage? Maybe I'm misunderstanding what razor wire is. This razor wire might be barbed wire. So I guess that's slashing damage. Wire can slash if you, like, whip it hard enough? Okay. How should we do this armor?
I don't know. What kind of armor is it this time?
Well, if it's a rogue, it's got to be leather.
Oh, right.
But it's also an elk.
Which is just pre-leather.
Pre-leather. Jesus.
Elks are just pre-leather and pre-barbecue. Pre-venison jerky.
Wolfskin? That could be good. Haven't sat down and done it, but I plan on making them homebrew race for the Eberron campaign. Nice.
I think I've got this reading as more demon than dragon.
It looks pretty good so far.
I made it real hard on myself with the posture I chose.
I'm a struggling. I gotta get this body shape right before I put the hands in. I haven't sat down. Oh, yeah. Do you think leather armor is really more like a jacket than actual armor? Maybe not.
Or it is just lamellar. Coat of plates.
That one's got nipples. That one's pretty cool. I'll do that one. 4 straps, 3 panels, front side. That's pretty cool. Did anybody play any Halloween one-shots?
That's a good question. 'Tis the season. I did not.
Nope, had to work. Too tired. That's fair. I did work on my Owl House D&D one-shot. Nice. But it's difficult getting some of the spells to work via the show, but it's a good challenge to get the technical parts down. Yeah, I would not worry about making it really make sense for the show, make it make sense for the mechanics. But that's just my general rule for any kind of fan art, or where you're trying to make something work. We might have talked about that last week too, about like just when you try to make something fit in the show's characters are overpowered. So you need to focus on the mechanics first. Yeah, because if you're trying to figure out like, oh, I want to turn into the big demon form thing, it's like that's got to be part of your class, or that's just way overpowered.
Yep.
Well, you see, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan at level 1. It's like, what the shit? I can't go Super Saiyan. It's like, yeah, well, I'm more powerful than you. This looks like football armor now. It's not my intent.
Does a little bit. It's okay. He's this guy's kit lets him pretend he's an American football mascot. got a little something on the snoot of this guy that feels very Bowser to me.
I can see that. Did you make someone's OC for something like DBZ on stream, or is that a commission level request? That's probably commission level request.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it to be specific like the DBZ style, that's going to take me a little while just to get down. But yeah, it just depends. I do mini commissions every now and again for the Patreon members. That might fit in there, but that's usually just like a portrait. So it depends. I'm not really specialized in the DBZ stuff. Sugoku! Used to draw Dragon Ball Z characters all the time, so probably wouldn't be too bad. Might need to call it after this one. Just running out of energy. Ain't got no steam.
I would not object to any things after this either.
We got a lot of them done though, which is good.
Yeah.
I'll have to do more on Friday for sure. Get a few other little projects I need to work on today. So I'll probably go get a little snack, come back to the Discord, just hang out for a bit. Why is he a vampire? I forgot about the vampire part.
Oh yeah, that was included in that prompt, wasn't it?
Do I need to give him like a cowl? He's a rogue. Give him a little cape. Bleh. Maybe some vamp teeth. He's got vamp teeth. They're just tiny. Should I make them bigger? Bleh. Oh, my nose. Woo! The allergies just, yeah, just kicked me in the face for some reason. Let's see if we can get something. What the hell's going on here? Oh, I'm on the eraser. That'll do it. This is an interesting concept for a character. I kind of dig it, but I'm not sure what else to draw with it.
Yeah.
Elk butt rogue. Elk butt rogue. That's not right.
Yeah, elk butt is definitely a furry thing. I'm assuming.
It's like corgi butt, but different.
Yep.
I am not a. I'm not an edgelord vampire. I'm an elk. Say what? You need to get better drawing gloves. Gloves and gauntlets. The elk probably isn't a sneaky rogue, more of a spy. Yeah, I would bet so. But I mean, he's got the like the garrote wire, which okay. I need to look up the razor wire thing. Is that actually in 5e?
I don't really know. There's a battle wire.
A battle wire? What's a battle wire do?
Let's see. Finesse, special, versatile, 1d4. Battle wire is a long spool of thin steel, nearly 8 feet, delicately woven together like a braid. Blah blah blah. Sharp and concealed. The ends are weighted cylinders of metal.
Interesting.
It's a jump rope whip.
Okay.
This is homebrew.
I'm gonna just pretend it's an edge runner. Or a net runner. I guess it's the same thing, doesn't matter. Ugh, okay. I think I gotta call it. My nose is driving me crazy here. I'm gonna have to go take some allergy pills. Sorry to end a little early. How many we got left? We got 7 left. So unless we get a whole bunch more tomorrow, we'll finish this up on Friday. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. If you haven't checked out the new video, highly suggest doing that. Leave a comment, give it a like, yada yada yada, whatever else. We're really close. We're really close to 10,000 subscribers. I'm super excited. Like 9 away. Yeah, like 9 away right now. So that is going to be fun. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure something out. So, yeah. Elven hair. Love my new rogue. Oh, is that yours, Elven hair? That's pretty good. Thank you again for the 5. I guess I said I was going to do push-ups, which hopefully I can do well. Blah, can't breathing, but let's do it. I said I'd do it. Let's do it. 5 push-ups. Here we go.
I'll do some as well.
Tuesday I can do 5 push-ups. That's cool. Woo! Should I do a quick cow for Movember? Let's do a quick Movember cow.
Give me 2 minutes to finish this hand.
I'm just gonna draw it over here. I have a sneaky way to draw cows. First, you draw the ball sack.
Didn't start with the dong this time. That's interesting.
Oh. It's also a hippo. Give it little udders. Let's make it a big old moo-moo here.
Yeah. Thank you again, Evelyn. I do appreciate it. I do like this character, but I gotta figure out what the hell this razor wire thing is. Garrote wire is fun. Like, the sap used to be the thing that I always wanted to use as the rogue. It was just like, I want to be sneaky and just knock people out. You could never make it work. It's not super great. But yeah. Okay, I can't breathe. I have to go. I can breathe. I can't breathe and talk because it's just my nose is just like all of a sudden running. So I'm gonna go deal with that. Thank you again, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Whips are underrated in D&D. Yeah, I agree. They didn't want range for a long time, like range attack, melee attacks, and they kind of fiddled with it too much. So who knows? But thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice to the table. We'll see everybody Friday. I'll be around the Discord a little later this afternoon and tomorrow. So thanks again. Bye, everyone.
Bye.